Okay, so we are right now on the way to the glaciers as well. But we're passing this beautiful scenery, and it's about, I think, 7 or 8 in the morning or so. It's completely amazing. Waking up in the morning to see this kind of view. Oh, and check it out. There's some waterfalls in the distance as well. So it must be meaning that we're pretty close. I wonder if it's going to rain again today, like it's been for the past couple of days, but highly doubt it. Up there, because up there, there's some open sky that we can see to. Hopefully, it doesn't stay cloudy for too long. Because I'm kind of hoping to go up the deck to see like the glaciers. So right now, I think the ship is moving really slow. Well, just in my opinion, to Glacier Bay as well. But check out these mountain ranges. Huh. A lot of people are usually on the deck because they want to see like all the best views around here as well, which makes sense though. Plus, there are also some park rangers that got on board of the ship as well. So, I was thinking that we can check it out. Check out their station just to know about more of the glaciers. According to the announcements, there are some wildlife out here in the mountains as well. So, over in the distance, with my telescope, I could try to find some mountain goats in the area. But I just saw an otter floating across the ocean as well, which is pretty cool. I think the ship's turning. But man, this is really cool. There's actually a lot of people on the deck right now. In this area, like without too many of the windows, this is actually a really good spot to see all this. Oh, look! Over there. That looks like more of the glaciers.
Since time immemorial, our time before human memory. I'm also welcome today to be joined by my fellow Rangers, Ranger Candy and Ranger Carly, as well as Marcus and Judy, who are representing Alaska Geographic, our nonprofit partners. Together, we are bringing the Visitor Center and the Restore to you all. At the Ranger Desk, we have educational materials and are ready to answer your questions. We are the Ranger Desk. You can also find a schedule of our day here in Glacier Bay, and you can also find a national park stamps for our national park travels. Alaska Geographic has a limited supply of books, sketches, pins, and they have flash drive full of photos. If you just want to set down your camera today, get a flash drive instead. And no need to bring cash or card, as this will all be charged to your stateroom. You can find the Ranger Desk and the Alaska Geographic Desk set up today in the Hollywood Conservatory, which is on deck 17 forward. And to help you prepare for your day, a card map was delivered to your stateroom. I encourage you to grab your card map and keep it with you throughout the day. Now I join you in just a few moments to identify where we are and what is coming up ahead.
These things look like ice floes. Wow, let's get closer to the glaciers. Okay, here's some of my recommendations. If you're doing a cruise like this, like balcony is really cool and all, but when you go up to the deck, you actually see more of the stuff. Like you can get to like both the port side and the starboard sides of the deck a lot easier, and see a lot more wildlife in the area. But that's just my opinion. But it's totally worth it to see that. Oh, and one more thing. You should try to go to the aft of the deck as well. So that will be the back part of the ship. That way, you'll be able to see a lot more of the stuff. And there's a lot more space on the aft of the ship than more like the midship as well. Ooh, check it out. This is one of the glaciers over there. That thick wall of ice and snow over in the distance. Okay, this is amazing. This is the glaciers. Check it out. There's some ice flow coming from it.
Again, we are approaching viewing here on the left or part of the ship. What we do is go to the right or starboard side.
Okay, this is amazing. Close up to here is the glaciers. So what's going to happen is that the ship's going to turn into here and then going to make a U-turn as well. Oh, cool. Check it out. We're about to start turning. The view is really amazing around here. The best part of this is that we can actually see it with the comfort of our own staterooms as well. I think we're going to go to another glacier area at some point, but right now we just want to take this breathtaking view. But one of the best parts is that there's this park ranger station on deck 7 and deck 16. So I was thinking about checking out. Okay, you guys are not going to believe this, but over there, that's also like one of the glaciers as well. is that noise? Oh, it's just probably the ice floes moving on the water. The sun's now shining, the skies are kind of clear, and the best part is we get to see this ice glacier out onto the sea. We're going slow, so I guess we're kind of a little bit drifting, but it's okay. It gets us a chance to see this a little bit closer. Oh, there's really a lot of ice floe around in the area. When we finally got to the Glacier Bay, or part of it, this is the first glacier that we had actually seen as well. With helpful description from the park ranger on the ship's PA system, we got to learn more about the history of the glaciers and the formation as well. A real experience and a real treat, and the comfort of our own ship, and our own rooms as well. Into which the sun finally managed to shine out again, and we can see the glaciers and the clear sight. Watching that ice reflect off that light was a gleaming experience as well. The second Glacier Bay was also marvelous as well. It was really thick, and it did look a lot bigger than the one that we just passed by as well. According to the park rangers, they said that the ship will move side to side for 30 minutes for each side to be able to see. And those that were out on the deck, I believe that they were extremely lucky, because all they had to do was move to the other side of the ship in order to see the glaciers yet again. It was a marvelous sight though. Although it felt disconnected as well, as when I was trying to check the cruise ship's TV, unfortunately almost everywhere on all the channels on the TV had no signal, but this was TV on its own, in real life, in the comforts of your own stateroom.
However, we did had to set sail, hopefully to our next point, another glacier set as well, before we had to sail back to Vancouver. But there was no denying it, and no chance to forget about the glaciers for one last time. Even we seen the ice floes around the area. A lot of them, in which I believe they may have broken off from the glaciers from a while ago. In which I would have thought that we would hit one of the ice floes as well. At that time, it was time to say goodbye to Glacier Bay, as we hopefully head to our next glacier area, through the comforts of our ship as well. Although, there was one thing that got me curious though. From Icy Strait Point in the town of Honona, since it took about an hour and a half in order to go to these ice glaciers as well, I was wondering if there was a way of taking a boat aside the cruise boat from Honolulu all the way to the glaciers as well. And I guess that's my question. I'll leave you guys. Let me know in the comments below.
Right now, we are leaving the Glacier Bay at this point. So I guess we've just been leaving like half an hour ago or so, in which right now we are just smoothly sailing. However, it's still raining outside, so things are still a little bit cold as well. It's cool and all, but with the rain, it just makes it a little bit hard to see all of this, like the mountaintop and probably even some of the ice glaciers as well. Right, so here's what's happening so far. According to the captain said that there's some kind of storm happening in Vancouver, in which it might affect our time to disembark the ship and get home and that kind of stuff. However, new update. Turns out, thanks to that storm development thing that's happening, it looks like we're going to skip our final scenic glacier area as well. So, what the captain is doing is that he's planning on taking the ship back to Vancouver as quickly as possible before the storm hits to Vancouver. It stinks, but oh well. I guess there's not much to do based on the weather. So tomorrow's just going to be a sea day and totally heading back straight to Vancouver as well. Okay, so now the rain stopped and the sun had shined only momentarily as well. But it's really pretty out here still. It's too bad we had to miss our next glacier, but I guess the best thing we can do is try to enjoy this moment here at Glacier Bay. The park rangers around the area probably left as well. So I guess we won't get any more information then, unless I get back home and start Googling. It's really beautiful though. I don't know if you've seen any marine wildlife. Well, it was a good call from the captain, though. Outside, the seas look a bit rough. And the boat's trying to wave, though. Just check out my water. Did I say boat's trying to wave? Did I say waves trying to wave? I meant the boat is starting to rock. A little bit, though. But hopefully we make it back safely.
You want me to open something? Just one thing, one special thing.
This confirms it. We're definitely heading back to Vancouver. But it's okay. I'd rather have my safety anyway. And hopefully we get smooth sailing, because the thing is that I kind of want to get back home. But it's been a fun trip and all. But safety is a priority.